Okay. Got a good connection. Like on the actual telly. Alright. Wait for my friend to join. Basically, I'm just going to video a few times something starters need to do, and then I'm going to go over and edit it. Other sounds. So let's go ahead and get rid of chat for now. First thing you need to do is push Y to get out of bed. Just hold it down. The other button you're going to use the most is F. Brings up that F left click or double click with F. Mainly F left click makes you interact with the world around you. It's the most important thing. But before we go out there, I'm gonna go over a few game settings. Show hints should probably be on if you're new. I'm not gonna have it on because it's just constantly on telling you what to do, but this is important for a new player. I believe show hints as yes, and it'll tell you a lot. One of the next things to use is a star map. Put it up high. It's going to be down here. Put it up to like 77. And also, if you can remember, flight proximity, put that on no. That'll just make flying much harder than it needs to be. The rest of you just have to check. I leave almost everything else alone except for like look ahead. I put all the look aheads to no. It just has your head looking around. Kind of useless for me. You know, whatever your computer is, put your graphics on what you need. It should start default where it wants to be. I don't really mess with audio. I turn the music down because I usually have my own music playing. Other than that, oh yeah, back in game settings, or actually graphics rather, towards the bottom, VSync seems to help a lot if you have a good monitor, but VSync will only let your game be as good as your monitor. So if you got a janky monitor, maybe turn that off. Everything else is pretty good. It says in the patch notes to put this on medium if you have some trouble, especially if you go to Orison. The clouds take up a lot of resources, I guess. And you might want to turn off chromatic aberrations and film grain to no. It uses resources on you. And the other thing I like to turn off, if I can remember, is it makes your screen bobble when you're looking at yourself in third person. Where would you be? Camera shake. That's kind of annoying, and it probably uses resources you don't need to. And for key binding, these are all here if you want to get to know your keys. Like I said, F is probably your most important one for right now. F1 gets you to the screen you need to get. You can use your multi-glass, but mainly F. Also Y to get out of your seat, and F1, F2 to get to the star map. For advanced, if you want to go that far, for the cockpit, it makes it easier when you finally get a ship. Open and close your doors of your ship, lock them. You can set it to whatever is not being used. Mine's semicolon, apostrophe. Just gotta double click it and then assign, and then hit the button that'll assign it. And I'm not gonna have FOIP on today because that uses a lot of resources, and I just don't want to deal with that right now. So we're back. F1 brings up your multi-glass, which is pretty much the computer on your wrist that runs the show. See, I've kind of started a new character, more or less. It doesn't have a package. Gave myself 5,000. I actually had a lot more. I played with this character before, but you're going to start out with basic package to be your flight suit and helmet. That's what everybody starts out with. Little healing med pen. I got a lot more because I've actually played with them, but we're just going to leave this on for now. We're just going to walk around like a pure new person. No armor. I think I have one weapon that comes with you, and no extra ammo. Alright. So I am at Habitation on PO, I think. This is the old starting spot. You won't start here anymore. You'll start in a major capital city. But basically, sometimes you can read on the walls where you need to go. On the other stations, you'll be in an elevator. You have to find your way down to your ship terminal. And to get in and off your ship, no matter what station you're on, you have to come to this vehicle retrieval console. And you have to hit F, left click to use, and you'll probably only have 1 or 2 ships. For the free flight, everyone gets 6, so I have 6 ships. And most people, when they start, they'll have like just this RSI Aurora or a Mustang, or maybe a Titan Avenger or something like that. So I do believe, so we're gonna hit F1, and then we're gonna go down these little icons and see there's a little ship. Ship was your ship, and you go over to select ship, pull that down, and this is pretty much your vehicle loadout manager. It just tells you what's inside each ship. Being new, everything will be on default setting. We're gonna pretend like this is not free fly and that this is the only ship you have. Got your missiles, miscellaneous, what it looks like. Propulsion, very basic propulsion system. Class C, everything is in grade A and size 1, 2, 3, grade A, B, C. Grade A being the best size. There's no real best, it's just the actual size. This is a small ship. The only thing I may change, just because it takes a lot longer, I'm going to put in a better quantum drive if I have one. I think the Atlas is a grade A. We're gonna put that in because I already have it. You won't be able to do that when you first start. You have to make some money to do that, but this one just gets around pretty good. Systems, you have 2 coolers, a power supply, and 2 shields for this small ship. We're gonna leave all that the same. You see I have extra stuff, grade A stuff. And the weapons are default still too, so looks like I only have a 1 missile rack and 2 small size 1 weapons. We're not going to do any combat right off the bat. We're going to just we're going to do some box missions and some other things non-combat related to make some money. I got to see if my friend's going to join me. What I should have done, I should have made sure this character was at a capital city instead of this place, because this, I think you really need to see where you need to go. So we only have 5,000, so we can't buy much, but if we were at a capital city starting, I would have you fly here, because this little place is going to be here a while. I think they say it's going to leave, but I don't think it is. Everything you need cheap wise is here. You don't really need to buy a flight suit. You can just wear the one. The other ones are just for looks. It still has the same damage. See if I can bring that up. F1, go to your equipment manager. I'm gonna go over to your undersuit. We have on the, this is the default undersuit, and it has a description. It's got 10% damage reduction, and you can withstand temperatures up to 70 degrees, negative 40 Celsius, without taking any kind of damage or losing resources or anything like that. So let's say we buy the other suit. See, it's still 10%, 3060. What was this one? Actually, this one's even better. The default one's better than the ones you can buy. I don't think I remember that. Isn't there an Arctic one? I guess I don't have the Arctic one. This is an actual like hot suit. Like it's negative 75 up to 225. But I think it costs 10,000 just for the suit, another 5 for the helmet. So you won't be getting that for a while. That's a few box missions away, but you don't even need that right now. But one thing it's kind of nice, just for some having some extra carrying utility, is I will buy some armor. I need to buy the cheapest one I can find. It's either going to be a torso. See, that takes all your money right there. Even for a light one, it's going to be like 1,000. What's ever cheaper, the light legs or the light torso? Just so you can carry some things around, get used to that. 1780 for a light, whichever color. Actually, I like the true 1780. We'll just do the basic. We'll do the basic black. I thought there was a... That one's 1780. How much are legs? Legs might actually be cheaper, and I think they might. They don't carry as much. You just need to be able to carry like a water and a food packet. Just to get used to playing like that. Yeah, legs is plenty. We're gonna get a leg. I am going to get a black one. No. Get one that I don't have so I know what I'm playing. We're going to go with... I can't remember how long I'm taking to do this. Get a black and yellow because I never play with that one, so I'll know what I have. We're going to try to go with all black and yellow just for this so we know what our armor starts out at. See, that's the cheapest one, but it does have a little bit of store. Just got 3K base. I'm not sure how they do that, but... And you get an extra 20% of damage reduction. We'll get that to start out. 680. Or, oh, 830, I'm sorry. So you're already down a little bit, but this one's going to come in handy.
I think you're going to be happy with that.
So this guy's kind of broken. He's supposed to be behind the desk. So, yeah, there's that. What we're going to be doing, we really don't need a bunch of armor or weapons, but we do want to have a little bit. I think we might do a cave mission just to show what that's like. And there could be someone down there. So we already have an arc light pistol. But most stations do have either armor or weapons or both. This station has both all the time. We also want to get a couple med pens, so I'll say we'll get 4 med pens just to be safe. And we're gonna get a little bit of ammo for our
nice choice.
Arc light pistol. See, it's attachment. Attachment has that. Just have to search for arc light pistol. We're just gonna get a few. They're pretty cheap. We just don't need this stuff right now. You'd be tempted to buy weapons, but look, some of them just wipe you out pretty quick. They're nice to have, but 2 box missions from now maybe.
Hi, welcome to the store.
We are gonna buy 1 thing of food, maybe 2.
Good purchase.
And you got an F click. Oops, hit the wrong button. Don't want to do that. We want to store it. Oh, I didn't put the clothes on yet. So let's see if I can put this down without it disappearing just yet. Sometimes things disappear instantly. Lately, some things have been staying. It's actually staying. That's good. So now you want to F1. Bring up your equipment manager. Go to your armor. And you want to go to legs. We bought legs. They already have a bunch. You would just have one, but we're going to put on the yellow and black. Doesn't look that good with this suit, but it's okay now. So now we got a little bit of, once save hits and this little thing goes away. Didn't disappear, so now we can store that. And to check how you store, you want to hit F and then right mouse click. Then you want to go up to personal inventory. Click that. Sometimes it takes a few seconds. And we got 19% of our capacity used. And if you right click that, you'll be able to hit carry, store, eat, drop. So we're going to just leave that alone. You just have F1 again, or you can F1 or you can right mouse click and get rid of that. So we have our weapon, we have a little bit of ammo, we have a med pen. And to walk and run, go that. If you roll your mouse wheel up, it walks a little faster. If you roll it back, the character will stop walking. If you just hit shift, she'll sprint. And F4 is the free look. Oops. Close look, far look.
Let me know if there's anything I can help you with.
First person. We're gonna buy 2 waters. F click.
Smart buy.
Then you want to make sure you hit store. That's a quick buy if you want to short buy something. Or long buy, not short. More info can tell you what's happening. This one hydrates you. And there's the price. You always get the effects down here, like the food will say like, oh, actually I'll pull it out and we can read it. We'll buy this one. We'll go back and show
Smart
that.
buy.
And you want to store it. Now to drink it, you can either click drink or you can just left mouse click as you're holding it and you'll just drink it. If you hold down the left mouse button, you'll just drink it all. So we are just about ready to go. Before we grab our ship, we need to figure out a mission, or what do we want to do? Still got 36,000, or wow, 36,000, 3,600. We need to make a little bit of money and explore. We pull up our contract manager, which you can hit, I believe, no, contract manager you can't hit, bring that up. F2 brings up the map, F1 brings up this, F11 will take you to your friends list and general chat if you're not. Used to be you had to, when you didn't have a helmet on, you had to come here, but you don't have to do that anymore. Here's your friends list if you make friends. And we'll talk about this. This is also how you land your ship into a hangar. You have to call the landing service, and it's always under friends. It's always easy to hit F11 to bring that up. Right now we have no friends, because this is a new character. Newer. Alright, but we want to bring F1, then come over here and hit Contract Manager. And we want to get in the habit of going to Mercenary and hitting a call to arms. And this gives you extra money if you have to kill a criminal. And puts them in jail. You gotta kill them anyway, you might as well get paid for it. And then there's the bounty missions over here. These are training missions to get you started. Notice you have to pay to get your mission started. This one's actually would be a real person. I get these just in case I run into somebody, but I do not actively PvP bounty hunt. Oops, actually I got the wrong one. Oops, sorry. Did I get the... So a real person is just one name, so I accidentally grabbed the training mission. But it's wasted 500. So that's okay, we'll make it back. And then if you go back to general, suspect apprehension is the real person. Wait, now it's $1,000 gone. We'll get it refunded if we fail. If this one fails. This one's Bravo 1. That's how you know it's a real person. It's one name, no space. So unless we do that other mission, we're gonna lose 500. But this one we'll get back when he logs off or gets killed. But we want to do something simple. And I do recommend for new players to do delivery missions because it teaches you how to fly, land, and gets you familiar with the universe around you. So we're going to, they usually come in two styles for the most part. It's like pick up all 3 packages from one spot or take 3 packages to one spot. And this one's collect the packages from Bountiful Harvest and take them to 3 different places. And you usually want to stay away from the ones that take you to space stations because you got to get out of your ship and get on the elevator. Just go to the ones that are all ground targets and you'll learn that sooner or later. So we're gonna pick one that I like to do. See, this one's Cruel L1, that's a station. I don't want to take that. We're not gonna do anything fancy and try to lap them together, link them together to do double, triple missions. We're gonna do something real simple. Later we'll do some of these where you can't quantum travel. You gotta just do regular travel and you'll learn that later too. So let's pick one without a station. Bountiful Harvest. This is a good one. Bountiful Harvest. It's Daymar, 2 on Cellin, and then back to Daymar. So we'll do the 2 Cellin ones first. Then we'll do the Daymar, and then we'll jump and take them all on the same planet to Daymar. Nice and simple. You want to track it. And before you get in your ship, you don't have to do this before you get in your ship, but you can just see where you are. A new feature of this patch is it lets you know where you are. And we are here, Port Alisar. That never used to be there. So, some of the other icons, this is where one of the boxes are. And over here, and the target location is the mission we accidentally took. It's where that's where one of the bounties are hiding. We'll try to stay away from them. I'm going to take out the Aurora, and it doesn't have much armament. And bounty hunting's a little harder right now than it ever used to be. So we got our mission. Going to pick up our Aurora, which is at the bottom. If you only have one game package, you're probably just going to have the Aurora. And maybe the free ship you get for your referral bonus, which is a little, basically a space bike. So what I didn't do, pay attention to, it popped up on pad A1, two different ways. If you don't get up here and don't remember, look at the wall, 0 to 4, not 5 to 8, 9, and then 10 is back there. So we got to go to A1. Also, if you forget, you can see the little icon right there. Aurora's on A1. That's a newer feature too for us, people that always forgot where to go. And there's signage everywhere. See 0 to 4. Make sure you have your helmet on. F left click. You're gonna start to cycle the airlock. Come over here and go say pressurizing and wait for the door to open. More signage. This is why I like this station. It's really clear on where to go and how to get there. If you have a bigger ship, it'll be out there on the 00. Then sprint to your ship. There we go. It's not such a problem here, but other places, not so much a problem with this ship, but some ships have ramps and just doors that just open so other people can climb in. You want to make sure no one's around you when you do that. They'll climb in and steal your ship. Basically, have the F click and you just hit enter ship and it'll put you right in the ship. If you just hit open door, that leaves it open for other people. But right now, you just automatically climb into it. It'll shut behind you. I guess somebody could be quick and still get in. This little small ship, I always tell people to get if they don't want to upgrade, because this one has a bed to log out in, which is kind of a problem right now, because if you log out in your bed, you might not be able to log back in without resetting everything, which is a pain to talk about later. So you want to F click and enter pilot seat. Let yourself settle in. Sometimes we get in our ships now and the ship is already on. Usually it's not, so you want to hit R, and that powers up the entire ship. Sometimes you'll get in the ship and the power will be on and the engines will be off, and you just need to hit I to turn your engines on. Quick little look around. Very important. This patch is the little triangle. Like weapons over here, shields, and engines. F5 puts it all in weapons. F6 puts it all in engines. F7 puts it all in shields. F8 puts it all back to where it needs to be. Just depends. When you start getting into fights, you'll have to learn how to move those around as you need them. You want more laser fire? So when I put it F7, oops, that's shield. Sorry, F5. You notice up here on the right hand side, I look over here, I have 97 shots. Those are little bulldog lasers, like size 1 lasers. That's because I put all the power over here in weapons. I hit F8, look at the bulldogs. They come back down to 81. Similar things happen with shields and engines as you use them. Alright, so you don't need to call the landing place when you're taking off, but I just do out of habit. That's what you need to do when you land.
You are clear to launch.
Wait for that if you want. See, if you look up on the left hand, you see this large, that's a 600i that was coming in. Hit F4, you can look around. If you hit Z, you can kind of do a 360. Look at your ship. Sometimes it's fun to watch it take off. Kind of empty today. I'm gonna get back in. We're free to take off. So to take off, you want to hit the space bar. Basically, you want to center your mouse right in here. Space bar lifts up. Hit F4. You want to look around. Kind of hit Z just to get a look. You want to hit the letter N is for your landing gear. If you had a ship that had VTOL, you would hit K, and then the little thrusters would point backwards. Then you take off. Right now it's just like walking. You just have to hit F. If you mouse forward, your speed will go up. See the little red dial on the left? That's me mousing up and down. You do have cruise control with C. The little triangle appears. Hit C again, take cruise control off, and I'll put it back on. You can hit shift for like same thing when you sprint. You can hit shift, get a little boost. Kind of nice. And now you're Star Citizening. You see little icons everywhere. Those are your mission icons. You pick up package. Got 2 packages in one spot. This is a ship. If that's red, you might be in trouble. That means it's either an enemy NPC or a player that wants to PvP or has broken the law, basically. If you hit the letter T, you can see it's basically an Aegis Vanguard. He's fought 38 kilometers away. Hit Alt-T to get rid of it, T to get it, Alt-T to get rid of it. And new this patch, let me hit C and get off of cruise control. Actually, he's too far away for me to scan. If you hit the letter V and hold down the left button, mouse button, you'll scan. Actually, he's not too far. You can scan him. And in the right hand corner, you can kind of see what's going on. Then the Crusader trade lanes. Just a lot of information. Don't need it right now. Alright, I'm gonna hit C and get to movements. And I think we're going to, if you left click, you'll get down to the planet. Right click twice, it takes you all the way out. You roll your mouse button, you will wish to do that. So we're going to left click Crusader. We're still basically in the Port Alisar range. So we're going to pick up the selling boxes first. Because there's 2 of them there, and then the delivery and one of the boxes is on Daymar. For lucky, I think we can actually navigate to both spots without flying to them. So you just click on that. You see up here it says Gillette Family Farms. That means it's able to be a route set. And 90% of the time you'll hit set route and it'll set. Sometimes you won't be able to because it won't pick up. There's these orbital markers that you have to go to first. Sometimes it'll take you to the orbital marker. Sometimes you have to fly to the orbital marker and then set to where you need to go. Hit F1. You either hit the letter B. B turns on your QT drive. Turns it back off. We're going to turn it on. Let it spool up. See the little numbers going up. And since we set that square with the icon on it. Oops, that's not the right one. See how the dial is kind of pointing up in the middle. I'm going to go up to this one. That'll take us to where we need to go. We're at 1 of 2 jumps to selling. Once it calibrates and says ready and your quantum drive system online and the spooling, okay, just hold down B for a second. And you can look around, hit F4. Basically you're in free mode, free look while you're in QT. Takes you right up to it. Sometimes it's kind of bright, it's hard to see where to go next. Right there, you just follow right over to here. And everything stays spooled up, you just gotta wait for it to calibrate, and then you hit B again. Start to build up a little speed. And here we are. Usually come out of QT about 20 kilometers away. One thing I try not to is turn cruise control off before you quantum to a planet, because if you have a little bit of lag or you crash, you'll still be going even though you're not in the game, and it'll take you right into the ground. If you crash with cruise control off, you'll log back in and you'll just be floating over the atmosphere or wherever you crashed out at without crashing into the ground, so to speak. Leave the quantum drive on and you can see how far away you are. where you need to go. We're going to Gillette Family Farms. Right there on the right-hand side of the I can't speak. Altimeter gives you how high we are. We're like 1,600 meters up. I think we're going a little too fast. I'm gonna mouse wheel back and just enjoy the flight. Do a little F4, look around, or hold Z. A little free look. Look at the train coming in. F4 again. 3,900 meters out. This is a small ship and it's very responsive. Other ships, once you get to about 2,000 meters, you definitely want to be going, have that little tick mark in out of the red. You don't want to be in the red getting this close, especially in a bigger ship. This one, not so much. Kind of touch W and just kind of get used to how heavy and fast your ship is. Click B again to turn that off. Right now there's a bug, it'll turn itself back on every once in a while. You got to turn it back off. Now with this particular station, there is no armistice zone. That means someone can come in and just shoot you. It's not really a problem right now because trade's not that big a deal, and this is mainly beginner people come here to do box missions. There are some reasons to come here for commodities, but we should be pretty safe. Let's hope. We do have one weapon, so you see how close I can get. There's this is the back. You want to look for a little staircase. Right there. You got a little ship, so it's very forgiving. You just W, loss, D. Come in. I'm going to hit the letter N. First I want to do this. Show what it looks like when you hit N. Landing gear comes down. Lightly. Just hit control. Your left control is to go down. Just lightly tap it. It'll bring you on down. Get back in the cockpit, F4. We're gonna, since there's an armistice, no armistice on, you can be shot out. I am going to hit F7. Just taking my shields all the way up, and then I'm gonna turn the engines off. You always leave your power on when you get out of the ship. Turn the engines off, but leave the power on, so you can get a quick getaway and your shields are already up. And you just want to hold down Y, and it'll get you out of the ship. I probably could have parked a lot closer in the small ship. And with this ship, you can get out and in either side. You get out the left side or the right side. We're gonna go out this way. Yeah, but hit F4 so you can watch yourself get out. Ooh, that's kind of lucky. This is like a grow farm. It's kind of cool. I really like it. Some of these little places have illegal drugs. I think this one has like, I'll show you when we get in there. Mainly we're here to pick up a box, but later we'll do like a delivery mission if we ever get another ship. And sometimes these little places have cool things to buy. This kind of looks like a little semi-illegal drug shop. Do a quick, our package is back here. We'll get that in a second. See, pick up packages here. Little woody lab, they're growing some cool stuff in here. Right now there's no NPCs in here to interact with, it's just a lab. Some of the labs are definitely just drug labs, and you can tell. This one, you know, not as janky or not as sketchy. And you would come in here into the trading and shipping console, all the stations have, and you just buy. I don't think our ship has a cargo grid. Oh yeah, I said it was a 3SU, never mind. So you gotta buy like distilled spirits. So that these are illegal. I'm not 100% sure if distilled and the processed are, but revenant's illegal. But these two aren't. I could buy 3 of those and sell them. So I just come over here and buy that for $1,400. I could probably make a little bit of money off of that, but I'm not even sure where to sell distilled spirits right now. I'd have to look online to a third party, and we'll look at that later. But that's for a later time. We're not going to be buying and selling cargo just yet. We're here for our box. And some of them, you have to pick up the box from here, or you have to put it back in here. It says it's got pick up and drop off. This little flap open, you just set the box in there or grab it. But this one, our box is right here. And we've already spent too much time here because this is a PvP place, if you will, because I can be shot just for no reason. I just, right now there's no penalty for me for being shot, except I'd have to start over and I would lose this box. That person would probably get a crime stat if they didn't already have one. So it's important this box has like a 6-digit number, package 186118. You don't want to get your boxes mixed up for multiple deliveries. So this is kind of cool. I don't think I've ever actually done a box mission in an Aurora. I wonder, I'm gonna open the door. What I should have bought was actually I may have one. This will make this a lot easier. I hit place. I don't know if I can put that in there. I've always just walked in. There's a way to, yeah, you can throw it in, but the little thing didn't pop up. There's like a little light arc. I think I can get in the Aurora with the box. That's one of the good things about this ship. Yeah, I still have it. Some ships you'll drop it. You just automatically drop it. Now we have a box. And the one thing I should have bought is, I'll already have it because I played this character, and your utility is a multi-tool. And with that multi-tool, you have to have these little mini attachments, and one of the cool ones is a true hold tractor beam. This is a mining, obviously, and this is the cut into like ships and small things. We're gonna put on the true hold tractor beam. I guess I should also add my knife. Hit save, and I'll show you how we should have loaded the box, or an easy way to load the box. I guess there's no wrong way. So we're just gonna open the door, show you how this works. And we're going to, I believe it's number one, that's my weapon. And I don't have it. Why does this have out of ammo? I didn't shoot anything. We'll hit 2, 3, maybe it's number 4. Number 4 picks it up. Basically, you just want to right click and it brings that up. Then you left click and you pick it up. And then you mouse wheel it, then let go, and it drops. And you could have put it in just the same way. So cool. Pick it up, mouse wheel it in. When you have a bunch of boxes and you're stealing stuff, you're trying to load cargo, it is so much faster. Right click, shut this door. I'm going to hold down number 1 on my mouse and holster weapon. So why don't I buy? I have no ammo. So F1, equipment manager, weapon. I didn't load any ammo. And also, you can buy these other things in the shop too. It's like a little stabilizer to help you shoot better. Put a field light on it, and then spare ammo. And this is an arc light, so I have 6. I can only hold 2 because I only have just the pants on. If you wear more armor, you can carry more ammo, and then the knife is already there. So save that. So now it's a good thing I didn't run into anybody. I couldn't even defend it myself. As soon as that saves, we're good to go. Actually, I'm not gonna wait. I know it'll eventually save. There we go. It went. So yeah, it's just R to reload. For me, load. Take a pop shot out of here. We'll open the ladder, open the door. That's it. You load your 1 round. I think later they're gonna make it to where you can, or have to put in 1 bullet instead of reloading the whole thing. All right, we're good. So 1, hold down 1, holster weapon. I think there's a command to holster, but I always hit that. All right, so we are good to go with 1 box. And we have 2 more. The other pickup is still on this planet. It's 498 kilometers away. So we're gonna go in here. Gonna hit F2 and run selling. Actually, I have to hit go to contract manager first. Accepted, and it's 157.67. So do I need to? It should track to the next one. I can't remember how to. Oh yeah, here we go. Run selling. We're at one box. So we're here. We need to go get the box from Hicks Research. So that's set. Hicks Research Outpost. I don't think there's armament zone here either. So right now we're too low to quantum drive. We have to get up out of the atmosphere a little bit. First I'm gonna hit F8. I'm gonna hit I, turn my engines back on. Space bar, hit N for landing gear. I'm just gonna point up in the air. About 50 degrees, and I'm just hit W and roll the mouse wheel up. I'm gonna go ahead and hit cruise control. See that red line? That's where we need to go. When you hit B, if you're high enough in the atmosphere, and this is the moon with very little to no atmosphere, it clears up. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to hit Alt-C to take us out of coupled. Look to the left, it says CPLD. That's going to come off. We're uncoupled. Then I'm going to face back down towards the planet so I can quantum drive. You notice we're still going up. There's no thrusters trying to right us because they've been decoupled. And I'm going to hold down B, and the quantum drive will take us right to where we need to go. Pretty much the same as when we came in. Actually, we're still coupled. Uh-oh. Nope, we're not coupled. So you want to make sure you stay. Somehow, there was some lag. We got lucky and didn't die. So we came in uncoupled, and since there was lag, we just dropped. The thrusters weren't keeping us up. So I should have coupled before I hit B. Come back in. We got lucky and didn't die. It doesn't look like we took any damage. That was pure luck. There's a little, yeah, we took some damage. We should have died. I should have blew up. We got a little lucky. Gonna fly there. Coupled with cruise control off. This is one of those reasons you want to turn off cruise control, but you want to stay coupled obviously now. If you lag or crash, you will crash. I have no idea why we didn't die. Every once in a while you'll hit the ground and not die. Like beginner's luck, I guess. But again, you only lose time at this stage of the game. We just went and got a box. We haven't really spent any money. You don't lose your armor. None of that stuff you lose yet. You just respawn back at the last station that you flew away from. Altitude's a little low. I don't want to come in too low just in case there's a hill, but we're already 5,000 kilometers in. This ship, that felt like we dropped really fast for a decoupled ship of this size. Turn off the drive so you can get a good look at the station from up high. This one does have an armistice zone up in the right corner next to the little satellite. Looks like Wi-Fi. It's got a crosshair through a bullet. That means right here we can't be shut out and we can't shoot. And the space stations up above, you'll see that they can still shoot you, but it's a crime. Here, they just can't shoot you. They're physically unable to harm you. So there's a lot of things at this station. Over here, these two little P for parking. You can pick up your ground vehicles here, like the Rock, which is the ground mining vehicle. You can pick up all the carts and all the buggies you can get here. It's kind of neat. This ship obviously way too small to carry any of those, but that's where they are. I think it's all the mining outposts. It's mostly if it has outposts and mining, or I think it has a vehicle in it. But we need to go repair. And this is the one that has the boxes. When we walk up the stairs, it'll say, I believe it'll say storage. And that's how you know that there are the boxes there, and that's where you buy cargo. We're gonna come over here and hit in and land. I'm gonna get right in the middle.
Landing gear deployed.
Obviously for a much bigger ship, but we are in need of repair. I'm gonna land. Try to land. Oh man, that was not good. That could have been another explosion. I don't know why we hit so hard. I'm not sure why I'm not landing either.
Landing complete.
Okay, turn off engines.
Engines are off.
Gonna hit F1. If we're lucky, we'll get to repair. Yeah, that should be way more than that, but take what we can get. Now the engines run. You can watch those little hydrogen and quantanium levels go up. They just went up. And if we had rockets or bullets that we fired, ammo, you would see that reload. And since we had a little damage, you might see this damage get repaired. I thought that was more than 7 credits in damage that I did, but it gets smooth in a second, hopefully. Come on. Now, if I was in a big cargo ship and I saw this little ship taking up this landing thing, I would be mad, but it doesn't always work. It's been working a lot more lately, but it doesn't always work. And this is a small ship, so it should go really fast. So we're gonna go back over here to vehicle maintenance services again. It took my money, so maybe it did while I F4'd. It says it repaired it, but it doesn't look like it repaired it. And this is the only way to really gauge. You can't scan your own ship. You can scan other people's ships to see their damage, but you can't scan your own ship to see how much damage you get by percentage. We're gonna fly back over here to storage event. And one of the ways you know it's a storage event to buy cargo and to get boxes, this little yellow antenna on there, it's like a radio antenna. There's a blue one also. I think if you can destroy that, you can pretty much commit crimes here and you won't get in trouble. I think that's how that works. I've never done it because I'm not a criminal. You know what? I don't see the pickup here. I miss it? Oh, it's right there. So never mind, it's not in the storage bin, it's over here. The little box machine is always over there, but this one is over here. We're gonna get out right here. See how close you can get in the little ship? Like right there. Oh man, it's a small ship. Engines off. Hit I. Turn the engines off. Y to get out of the ship. Hit F real quick to come out of first person. Okay. What did this one say actually? Hydroponics. This is a hydroponic shop. They grow exotic herbs here, so to speak. But almost all these buildings, you come in the same way. They're set up a little different on the inside. Sometimes you gotta grab a box like that. And our box is right there. See what else is in this particular one. Probably another lab. See, there's different types of labs. Growing exotic fruits and vegetables here. Soon there'll be NPCs to interact with. It's not... It might be exactly the same as the last one, but kind of cool. Some of the other places are like this, but they're drug labs, and they're doing this type of stuff to make exotic drugs. But we just want this box. And as you pick up the box, the mission advances. If that's the other package you already have, you already know. You almost always know where all your packages are. Every once in a while it'll glitch, you won't be able to tell which one's which. I'm interested to see what these things are end up going to be. Power suit. I wonder if those are like power suits in there or decon suits. It looks like they changed clothes right here. They put on like mop suits or something. I'm gonna go back out. We're just gonna open the door. I think I just need to drop this. That. Oh, that's right. There's when there's an armistice up, you can't use your. Oh, there's a lot of damage on this. You can't use your tractor beam when there's an armistice on it. It treats it like a weapon, so you have to actually climb into your ship. And I'm just gonna take a chance and just drop the box. Sometimes these boxes do crazy things, but you did good. Okay, Y to get back into your, hold down Y to get back into your seat. I to power up your engine. So now we got to go to Daymar, take these, pick up one more box, and then drop all three of them off at Daymar. F2 to bring up your map. Daymar's on the other side of the system. Double click. It says pick up and drop off. You want to find the drop, or we want to pick one more pick up and then drop off. Bountiful Harvest. Another grow plant. Grow lab. Set route. 3 different types. There's the OM. The OM stands for orbital marker. Sometimes when there's an OM, the computer won't find it. You have to find it and travel there yourself and then do the map. But we got lucky and it found it. Which I don't understand why the computer can't find orbital marker. Same as before. Space bar to take off.
Takeoff complete.
Letter N to raise your landing gear. Pitch up.
Gear raised.
Roll your mouse wheel forward, hit W and take off. C for cruise control. Most of these moons have little to no atmosphere, so you can quantum pretty fast once you take off. There's the orbital marker 1. Wait for it to calibrate. Cooling complete. Hold down B.
Auto drive is now on.
So a lot of the times, the cosmetics of the game don't match up with the mechanics of what's happening in the game. So the game took our money for repairs. Cosmetically, we're still damaged, but there's no ill flying right now. It's flying like it's a new ship, so we were repaired. It's just showing damage.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Pick up package, bound for harvest. So unlike before, we're going to turn off cruise control in case there's a lag spike again, so we don't cruise right into the moon. Hold down B and the computer will do the rest.
Quantum drive is now on. Quantum drive is now off.
Just leave the quantum drive on and it'll mark where you need to go. Give you a distance. I messed up. That's the drop off. Why am I not seeing the pickup? Oh, there we go. There's the pickup. We used to be able to hit B and turn off the quantum drive and still get a marker, but I guess since it's an actual mission, we still get the marker. When you're doing cargo runs, you don't have a mission, so there's no distance marker. You have to leave a quantum drive on so it'll tell you how far away it is. So you can adjust your speed. But for this little ship, speed and descent isn't that big a deal. With a big cargo ship, you have to be going like under 100. You get to like 3,000 meters and you're gonna crash. This thing is like a gnat. Go full speed until you get right there. See, this one doesn't have a armistice zone, so it's open. If somebody wants to come by and blast you, there's nothing you can really do. If you're in this ship, they know you're a beginner, which most people will leave you alone because you're in this ship and you're a beginner and have nothing worth taking, but this is a free fly event. Some people just make free accounts just to come grief people. Landing gear down.
Landing gear deployed.
This little ship you can land pretty much on top of where you need to be. Always third person it. See, this place doesn't have a landing zone or anything. You can't get any repairs. It's just a pure growth facility. Engines off. Y. Hold down Y to get out. Now the weather's pretty good here. You can sit here for 2 hours and be safe. Sometimes there's a windstorm. This little ship will get blown around. Okay, this is a definite growth facility. They have a little thing you can buy. I'm almost tempted to buy a little something. Distilled spirits, it's the same thing. I would just have to check a third-party site to see who would buy and sell it. I'm gonna wait to do that. We're just gonna do the boxes for now. There's a couple of websites we need to look up to do these right. Now see here, I could just put the box in there. I'm just gonna try to enter the ship. I don't want to use a tractor beam. I'm just worried about the boxes clipping through each other and doing damage to the ship. So we're gonna try to place it. I'm gonna try to place it on top. I probably should have just dropped it. Okay, they're all right there. That's good. They're all staying marked. All right, let's get out of here. Right now, we're just going to go get paid. I mean, it's easy to stop and look at I want to do screenshots. I want to do screenshots. It's just nice. Built up. Want to get away from there. Don't want to get killed with the last box. So now that we're in a ship, we're out of the zone. You left mouse click. You shoot your little. I shouldn't little. They're enough for this ship right now. I think you can add 2 more. See the bulldogs up there. If you hold it down, watch the ammo deplete. It's energy, so it regenerates. That's what the little triangle over there is for, and it comes back pretty fast. You hold off for a couple seconds, it'll redo it. And if you hit your center mouse button, your wheel rather, pull up your 2 missiles. Now I'm not locked on anything. If I was to hit the left mouse button right now, it would just blind fire them like rockets. If there was something to aim at, you would see a little reticle and then a circle of green squares dance around the target until it was completely locked. But you can't, if you do that to somebody, I think you'll get a crime stat. You may have to shoot to get the crime stat, but they'll know that you missile lock them and they will come, they might do something to you. So don't leave it on missile. Always click your mouse wheel and leave it on gun. Alright, so we're pretty high up. Are we out of the atmosphere already? Yeah, we're not even registering atmosphere right now. So we want to find drop off. And we were lucky that it's on the same planet, so I can hit B. Make sure you're on the right one. Turn cruise control off. You're ready to go.
Load drive is now on.
It's just a pretty game. Just gotta try to look around, try to memorize the different places you land. Again, leave your quantum drive on so you can see that this, actually you don't have to, you can hit B, turn it off. Since you're doing a mission, you can see how far you have to go. I think my earphones are about to go dead. Now it's the WASD setup, just like any other game, and Q and E does that little spin for you. Let the speed die down. A ship this small, you can go in full speed to almost 2,000 or 3,000 meters, and you can slow down in time. And also, when you're coming in, you want to look around and see if you can see another ship. Just like you see that package, the ship will show up in a blue little thing like that. if you're carrying a lot of something you don't want anybody else to have, don't land. Just do something else. If you see characters walking around, they're probably there to rob you or to grief you. Take what you have. Even though they can't sell these boxes, they can't do anything with them, they'll try to keep you from selling them.
Landing gear deployed.
Kind of show you what it looks like to land. And you're landed. Engines off.
Engines are off.
See if it did register that damage or not. Nope, see, everything's fine. We have... Sometimes it just doesn't fuel you up. You know what? I think you have to be in the middle of the... Yeah, that's... See, we're off kilter, so it won't even repair us. That's okay. Actually... Everything... Let me turn the engines back on. Are they all going into the same spot?
Take off complete.
So... Just for speed's sake, this little ship, just get right by the stairs. Because to build up money, you got to do this over and over to get to the super fun stuff. The box missions are good. They give you a good amount of money to upgrade your ship, and they kind of teach you how to fly. They help you learn where everything else is in the verse. So it's like, you don't even have to think about it, you don't have to look at the map, you just go there without even looking. The game is just pretty to look at. If you like looking at pretty games, this is one of the prettiest I've ever seen. I thought The Witcher 3 was pretty back in the day. This game is awesome. Hey, remember to turn your engines off?
Engines are off.
Make sure cruise control is off if you don't turn your engines off. You don't have to worry about putting your shields all the way up because this is not an armature zone. I just do it out of habit. Just take a few extra shots before you take off if someone wants to mess with you. See, all these boxes are going into the same spot. So basically, what I would do is I would just open the door. And I don't think anybody's going to be here to mess with us. So we're going to try it this way. We're going to use our little tractor beam. I can't use it because we're in armature zone. I just forgot. That part sucks. We have to take them in one by one. I'm going to try. Remember, F click, F left click. And we're just going to shut the door to be safe. No one can open your door. They can blast it open, but we're in armature zone, so they can't even shoot it open. But if you leave your ship open, someone can steal your ship. You close it, no one's in the ship. When you close it, they can't do anything. They can harass you when you try to get in. So this one actually goes in here. Come up here and look at drop off. Just want to F click drop off, and right at the end of the mission where you're about to get paid, you get booted out. If we're lucky, I'll log back in and I'll be standing in the exact same spot. More than likely, I am going to be in the bed back at that space station we left. I gotta plug in my earphones. I mean, the timing of that. That's just that is Star Citizen almost in a nutshell. Like when you run cargo, you have to risk a lot of your own money, buying like 1 million credits worth of cargo to make 100,000 or so, and you'll be flying in, getting ready to call ATC to land your ship, and it'll just 30K, and you lose everything. And you've spent a lot of time getting that together. And when you're newer, it takes a long time to make $1 million bucks. Ugh. That's raw. That is so raw. It just turned off for no reason. No reason I can think of. Just raw. Why? And the missions, yeah, once you log out, the mission goes away. None of the missions are, they don't stay around after you log off. They're not like that yet. Even World of Warcraft, you don't even have, you can log off, but not this one. So instead of having 13,000 we're 3,000. And there's nothing you can do. That's just a small taste. Now, I was a brand new player, and that was my very first mission, and they did that. But it's alpha. So when that happens, whatever station you're in, you have to get out of your hab. Sometimes you have to go to an elevator, go down to the lobby. Here, there's no elevator. You just come down to your vehicle registration, be a fleet manager, and go to Aurora. Or the ship you have. So if you can see Aurora MR, it's unknown because it was kind of a glitch. It more or less crashed. So it's unknown. Usually if you get killed, it'll say destroyed. You still have to do the same thing, you have to do a claim. This is the beginning of an insurance claim. It's a small ship, so it's 41 seconds. The bigger ships take up to an hour and a half, 2 hours. If you can't wait, you can hit expedite and spend 300, which you'll do later, but you're broke. You don't want to do this now. It's pretty fast. But you don't have to sit there and look at it. You can go do other stuff. So, did we actually get killed? So, our hydration and food went back to 100. So, I'm guessing I died. I don't know how they do that. And usually when you die, you lose... Maybe we didn't because I still have food and water in my storage. So it glitched, but you got your hydration and food back. Alright, I guess we can try... I don't want to try the bigger ships because they have really slow quantum drives now. And they spend a lot of money on fuel and maintenance if something goes wrong. So we're going to do this one more time. It's a beginner thing. I do need to make money. That's just... Ugh. C1. So again, it's C1. You look up on the wall. That's 5 through 8, 9. 0 through 4, so C1's that way. But I just want to price a gun for that. So it always helps to play if you have an upgrade in mind. So this place is Dumpers
Hi.
Depot. It's one
Welcome
of
to the store.
many places you can buy ship parts, ship weapons, and ship parts. So you want an F1, vehicle loadout manager. Select your ship. Oh, it's locked. I'm a goofball. So I got when your ship is not in the hangar, a quick lesson to learn. Your ship has to be in the hangar for you to update it. It can't be out, which makes sense. Once it checks, you want to store it back in. And we're just going to work on doing the Aurora. We're going to pretend like there's no free flight and I don't have 5 other ships to fly. You get an Aurora package, that's all you're going to have.